Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy new calendar year. How are you on this beautiful Friday morning? Hopefully, you've put the trash out. We had a little bit of dusting in the last few days, and it's good. We are still in Gemini. Gemini was from the 31st until today. Today is the last day in Gemini. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, it's the last day in Gemini. The schedule goes as is. Today is the last Gemini. Cancer from the 3rd to the 4th. Then next up will be Leo from the 5th to the 6th. From the 7th to the 8th is Virgo. From the 9th to the 10th is Libra. It goes so on and so forth. But when we get to Pisces, there'll be 3 days in Pisces this month. And then we'll return back to the schedule. As for now, every 2 days will be a zodiac sign leading up into Pisces, and then it'll be 3 days. The reset will be back to 2 days all the way following to the end of the month. Hopefully this helps. What a new calendar year. Is everybody ready for hibernation? Did you store up enough knowledge? Did you store up enough resources? Did you store up enough support, family, love, patience? Did you regain your peace? Because sometimes peace means you lose all of those things. Sometimes you lose all the family. Sometimes you lose a few things when you're trying to gain peace. So make sure that you know what the cost of peace is for you, because it seems to be one of the most expensive things nowadays, right? This time of year, I'm usually in X because it's time for you to do good for yourself. We've tried to take care of our families all year, and as we look forward to the new renewal season, this is the time to put things to rest, to do a recon of sorts of your life and your relationships, be it platonic or romantic or business wise. It's really time to get it together. People are getting their documents together for their taxes, for their homes, just all together counting the expenses of what happened last year, and let's see if we can do better going into this year, right? 2026. Let's do a fix, all right? Now we're going to go into the book of Acts, and let's just say Acts is not for the faint of heart. So I'm going to just cover from 1 into, let's just end it at 9 to be clear, because there is some red lettering in there, and that is when God is speaking directly. Okay, let's go. The former treaties have I made, Theophilus, of all that Jesus began both to do and teach, until the day in which he was taken up. After that, he through the Holy Ghost had given commandments unto the apostles whom he had chosen, to whom also he showed himself alive after his passion by many infallible proofs, being seen of them 40 days, and speaking of the things pertaining to the kingdom of God. And being assembled together with them, commanded them that they should not depart from Jerusalem, but wait for the promise of the Father. Wait, saith he, ye have heard of me. For John truly baptized with water, but ye shall be baptized with the Holy Ghost not many days hence. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? And he said unto him, you ready? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power, but ye shall receive power after that the Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. This just tells the story of the chosen and who he chose to see these things and to be a witness, and where he gave the visions, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. All right, that has been the reading. So the homework is Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria. Just for giggles, I'd like you to look up where Jerusalem is in your state, where Judea is in your state, and where Samaria is in your state. The reason for this is because there is a place where you live that is referred to biblically as these things. There you go. And the uttermost part of the earth, all parts, the parts that he dares to show you, and only he dares to show you, and nothing else. Remember, in 7, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. So, you only get what he gives you. You only see what he wants you to see. You only know what he wants you to know. It is only for him to know when these things will happen, what will be happening, what the season will be. Only he knows the plan. So you're not bigger than the program. And that's kingdom business. All right, so getting on with the thing, right? Because I know you came for the tarot thing, right? I know you did. You came for the tarot thing. Also for the messages, which is great because I've got messages. So things are coming to things are rounding up, and yeah, it may look like it's going to get worse before it gets better, but that all depends on where you're positioned. Have you been doing pretty good? Have you been cleaning up your life? Have you been separating yourself from those who would see you caught in a cycle of bad decisions? Or are you detaching yourself from your cycle of bad decisions? Because, hey, let's just keep it 100. Sometimes it's us that make the bad decisions. Have you decided not to make bad decisions? Or are you deciding to grow from the decisions? It looks a lot different depending on the person, case by case situation, you know. No one is definitely, you know, the exact same as the other, right? We may have a lot of similarities, but when it comes down to it, everybody has a different little thing in the circumstance. The Honda Accords on the cinder blocks, I would check with the clubs. And not so much as the people that go into them, but like within the 3 mile radius of the clubs. And hey, Mr. DJ, we can party, everybody, all night, all night. A lot of these places are usually like clubs, close to clubs and party areas. And, you know, some of the party goers, they might scope out some things, just saying. All right, so that part. Oh yeah. One piggy went to the market. One piggy did not. One chose to repeat. The other piggy got shot. The other piggy cried, wee, 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 home, because he found out that was a man, but he thought it was a thigh. Okay, poetry. Yeah, that was the message, I think. There was another song I was singing. I can't think of it right now, but it'll come to me. Right. There was another song I was singing. It was channeling something. But yeah, those were the messages. One piggy went to the market, one piggy did not. One chose to repeat, one chose to get shot. The other one cried, wee, 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 home. He found out that it was a man, but he thought it was a thigh. That sort of thing. Still going through it in the beginning of this year for some reason. Some of the messiness is carrying into this year, especially with all the scammers and the frauds being found out. A lot of the smaller people are starting to actually be linked to the bigger fish. But there are a lot more smaller fish than a lot of people thought. And those look like the ones that you're starting to see at the clubs. Like, you remember, I was like, how is everybody partying and nobody's working? That's what I was asking. And seems to me the answer is coming. There's a lot of scam and fraud going on. Good Lord. These girls look pretty freaking good, too. They get their things done and they get pretty good boyfriends, but they're going to jail. They're doing Fed time, so I guess they gotta live their best life for that short amount of time. I don't know, but I mean, of course they've made it look very tempting to the kids. I mean, this girl was doing really freaking good in Florida. Did you see the scam queens in Florida? Then there was the tax one, and then you've got the veneer guy, and then the braces girl, and I mean, they were getting it in. But you do realize that shit is over. So what are they going to do now? And here's the issue. A lot of us were clapping and cheering on, all our platforms, because we were like hitting like, and we were like, damn, and we were definitely looking at their lives like, this is cool. And some people really like crashed out and went out bad pursuing this stuff. But think about the victims. Yeah, us. I hope you know that they were not victimless crimes. It's just that it happened so subtly, we didn't know we were victims. Remember, you kept getting all these weird emails, and you kept getting all these, because I haven't found out exactly who mine was yet. Mine hasn't been traced, or my scammer hasn't been caught yet, but these are not victimless crimes. Our rates go up. Our insurance goes up. the clothes go up. Everything goes up every time these people get away with these scams. And then these companies get, to claim insurances. And then it's like a vicious cycle. And us, the little people, we are the victims. And because we're so little, a lot of us don't even get notified that we've been stolen from in such a way. Starts with the 50 cent, maybe $1 here. Go to your nail salon, the scammers on there. They're scamming from here. It's like we are definitely the victims. Us everyday people who are going to the market and the stores. We're victims of these people living these ultra wonderful lifestyles. We've paid for it. We're just not invited. So the next time you look down on somebody and you call them weak and a victim, honey, in the same breath, you've been violated so many times that you don't know of. You can't possibly think that you're the only wolf out there. And this is why the less wolves there are, the more people are going to be able to sit and reap the reward once the reset happens. Because they will get to the end string of each one of these lines that have been created. This is why they've created so much technology too. That's also another reason, because just as easy as it was to victimize all of us without all of us knowing and then put it on whatever platform and we're all like waving like idiots and hitting like, that's our money. That's our money. So remember that and use discernment when you're supporting people and doing a favor. And you might be a part of a crime. You might be helping commit a perpetual crime. You might be the conduit. So yeah, just something to pay attention to, because we do want to know where this money comes from, especially when there are people who are starving. There are people who can't feed their kids. There are people who are working very hard. And yeah, maybe they're not homeless, but they're working too hard for you to just be able to just steal their money with a swipe of a card or weird device. And they don't have it and you have it and you don't care. And a lot of these people who are getting caught up in this type of lifestyle, they're not great parents. They're not great people. They're not great kids. They're not great aunts and uncles. They're greedy and they're selfish and they're narcissistic and they're disgusting because they don't mind living good off of you and they don't care if you're living bad because of them. And it's just a dog-eat-dog world. You can't be too good because you'll be taken advantage of. And there appears to be no real freaking limit to bad unless you get caught, which is a little weird. No, a lot of weird, yeah. But anywho, I digress. Let's get on with the tarot. Good morning. Since we're still in Gemini, I'm going to start with Gemini because we're in the lovers. Yeah, we're in the lovers. I haven't done any gold foil in a while, and it's a little annoying to leave my cards away. So yeah, how are you? It's Gemini. Happy birthday to anyone who's having a birthday. My little guy's birthday is Sunday. Yes, so happy birthday to Alex. He will be 8 years old. Beautiful child he is. And he's getting a lot better thanks to all the love and support he gets from his community. And I just love his little school. Yeah, he gets a wonderful love and support. They make sure he's not left out. They make sure that I'm notified of any changes in great amount of time. Even though I don't think our school system, the phone line is all messed up because sometimes I send them to school and they still mark them as. I don't know what's up with that. Get it together. We have enough trouble keeping track of our kids. Being as though I have to take my kid on and off the school bus, I know when he goes to school and when he doesn't. But think about those other kids who told you that they weren't lying, and Baltimore City basically lied on them. Yeah. And you have to ask for proofs and all this other kind of stuff. So just don't be quick to anger with your kids. Do try to have a conversation with your kid before you start talking at your kid. We don't want to be our children's friend, but we do have to encourage camaraderie amongst our household. We don't want anyone being sore in our home. We do not want to raise up a snake. We do want to try to connect as much as possible to our children, but if not, you can't be a friend to your own child, because to be a friend to your child will make them an enemy because you can't give them what they need. And even if they decide to grow into your enemy, you've put forth what you need to, and it's okay to detach, because you don't have to be a martyr for your child, but you do have to be a parent to your child. It is 100% your job to be a parent to your child until your child is able, or until you and your child are detached. It's different for everybody's case-by-case basis. I don't know what's going on in your house. I do not know how your child is behaving or what your relationship is case-by-case basis. Like I said, do as much as you can for your child. But the thing is, a lot of children get upset with you when you don't give them the respect of their intelligence, when you don't give them space to be, but you understand you have to give them space to be, but you also have to let them know and set rules and regulations. And you also have to be of guidance. And sometimes the guidance isn't nice. The guidance won't have him closing or her closing the door softly. The guidance might cause a stomp or two on the steps. And you have to be okay and brace for that. You have to pick your battles, but you also are responsible for the information given and the information that they do not give. A lot of our kids, you don't know, they get angry at you when you don't create an environment where they're able to learn. They need to be learning, even if they're angry. They still need to be learning. Take your man and learn a lesson, you know what I'm saying? So you need to be giving them lessons, and also you need to be making sure that they're able to survive. You want them to have the good job. You want them to have a good position. You want them to have good hygiene. You want them to look good. And if they do have an interest or a talent, you want to try to invest in that. You want to make sure that the child know that you have invested in that. And the reason why is because when you protect a child or block a child from learning their way or being able to support themselves, that's even more damage to the child. When you try to block their leveling, their ascension, when you block them from learning experiences, when you unduly punish them for learning things without you, you shouldn't punish your child for having an independence in learning. Actually, you should be encouraging that type of independence. If they learn on their own, if they take the initiative on their own, it should be even more for you to meet them halfway and invest in that, because this child is taking on a part of your parenting independently without being provoked. So those are things that should be looked at as positive when your child is able to take a step in the right direction on their own, self-propelled. And a lot of times that comes from seeing their parent exhibit that. So you have to do your best to exhibit that as well, because a lot of times they're not listening to what you're saying. They're looking at what you're doing, and they're modeling that. So it would do well for you with children to try to facilitate at least that. You see, the parent has been taken through something in the last, I say 20 years. The actual definition and the prototype for parent has been so up and down and so fluid in the last few years. A lot of times we don't know who the mother is or who the child is, but you used to be able to tell by behavior and status. However, that has changed a lot due to a lot of children being able to mature faster than their parents. Traumatization, education, proximity, economics. There are so many reasons why the parent, the definition of the actual parent, has been colored outside the lines so much, because we also have to worry about parents not being good parents, acting as children, making childish decisions, and putting children in danger. So this is why we have to reestablish parenting. You shouldn't have to go to court to take a parenting class because your parent should have been a parent. So once we get back to that, where parents are parents and kids are kids, and absolutes, we have to hit a reset button, because we've tried to do all this mutation. Certain things were not meant to evolve. They were supposed to stay. We've played around with way too many things. Being as though parenting is already a running experiment due to the mixing of the two adults and the generations and the chromosomes and the grandparents and the kids and things of that nature. Why would you mess up the control, which is a parent? The parent is supposed to be like within these guidelines, and boy, it's been done so many ways. It's not supposed to be like it's not supposed to be. The egg is going to be cooked. Eggs can be cooked so many different ways, but the chicken is always supposed to stay the same. You get me? I hope you got me. Let me say it again. The egg can be cooked in a million ways, prepared in a million ways, but the chicken is always supposed to stay the same. That's the control. That makes me think of that. It's an Asian dish called Parent and Child. And I know if you've read it in some Asian restaurants when they have a traditional menu, Parent and Child, egg and chicken. Like I said, egg can be prepared in millions of ways, but a chicken is supposed to be a chicken. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's the reason why things are just like iffy. Imagine if there's one way to make a brick, and then somebody comes in, and a brick is supposed to be a brick. Certain things are supposed to stay one way for a reason, because it's a foundational thing. And if you start experimenting with the foundation, of course you're going to get a lot of variables. This is why the foundation isn't to be experimented with. Yeah. If you listen to me long enough, you'll get a little bit of something. Even if I'm not listening to my words, you'll get a little bit of something if you talk to me long enough. So, thank you, Father God and the Holy Spirit, for letting us make it to this time of year again. And bless us going forward into the equinox. Yay. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. And going forward, I won't be doing 12 signs all together. I'll be doing them randomly, okay? I'll pick them. But the one that stays forever, well, the one element that stays forever is air. So I'll always be in Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And I'll just be randomly jumping around, okay? So hope this helps when you want to look for your fix. I didn't say I wouldn't do the rest of the signs. I just said that I would be sticking to air elements, okay? All right. Gemini. Hello, sweetheart. All right, so we start with the 7 of Wands. So we're holding off. Hold on. Change is coming. Hold on. Change is coming. All right, so we've got the 7 of Wands straight out the gate. Gold foil tarot. All right, and then we've got the 9 of Swords. Someone having a sleepless night about this hold off. So someone's not liking the fact that things are at a standoff and they're blind. All right, so we've got the 8 of Swords. We've got the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. So Gemini, you're holding someone at bay. They're not happy about this. It's causing someone a sleepless night. This is torturing. They are blinded. No one knows what the hell you got going on, Gemini. You are the mysterious one, but you are causing a lot of chaos. Even if it's not in your own life, people are upset with you. I'm going to draw 3 more cards for you. Ooh, boy. So you're mastering something while you're hiding from the masses. Okay. And 3 of Pentacles. So you're looking to go and seek guidance, or someone is seeking guidance about this. This is the 3 of Pentacles. So there was the 8 of Pentacles. So far we've got 7, 9, 8. 8, 3, 79, 98. Someone's born in 79 or 98. Someone's 37, 38. 83. Someone's in their 30s, early 40s. Can't sleep. Closer to the 50s. Can't sleep. Needing guidance. Group advice. Someone's trying to learn tarot. They're trying to figure something out. Someone's trying to infiltrate something. This is what we see in the symbology of tarot derives in large measure from our own intuition, intuitum, and once revealed, reflects back upon each us to further enrich our lives. So, seeking guidance and education and research. So while this is all being held off, somebody is seeking, somebody's trying to master this. And someone is going off about this. Someone does not like what Gemini is doing. And trying to figure out how to stop it or get into it. This is interesting. Why don't you leave Gemini alone, hater? What are you doing? Leave Jim. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Alone to our throne. Leave us alone. What are you doing? So someone's very pissed off at you, Gemini, that you've mastered something, and now they're either going to have to master it themselves or they're going to do what they can to infiltrate it. I don't know. Good luck with that, because if Gemini's minding their business, let's see. If Gemini's minding their business, what is this person's problem? Page of Wands, okay. And Six of Wands. Temperance. Okay. So I got wands. I got a lot of wands. And it seems to me that there are some men attempting to control some crap. Because this is all masculine energy out here. Yeah, there are some men that are attempting to control something. Who knows what it is? Let's pull more. Three of Wands. Contemplation. Death. I didn't mean to laugh like that, but I did. Okay, so now the Three of Wands, the Death card, and then the Seven of Cups came out. So it doesn't matter what they want to control. They're just going to have to watch as this cycle comes to an end. Whatever they got cooked up, it's definitely going to fail. And we're going forward into our abundance. So if you have Gemini into your chart, there are a bunch of messy individuals attempting to do something here to you. I don't know what it is. They're attempting to put something together, control something, change something, take something. I haven't the slightest idea. But the plan will fail and you'll be able to go forward as soon as this cycle is wrapped up. Like I said, a lot of us, we look and we think these people are harmless, and we don't know that the same people that you're congratulations smiling and hitting like on, they're the suspect that is victimizing you. There's a reason when you're getting these weird emails and okay, so somebody did some crappy crap and they're losing sleep, because this cycle is going to inevitably come to an end. You can't do this shit forever. Things will be caught upon. It's just the last few years, so many people were doing it. They got their wires crossed, so now they're pulling on those strings and they're following them to, you ever see those things on The Wire? Remember, it's The Wire. They do it a lot on these crime shows. Now they have these little things where they actually put up these visualizations of the string leading from one picture, and they put up a little chart and they show how the dots connect, right? That sort of scenario. It's a large one. Yep. It's about to happen. It's a large one. Let's get on with it, because Gemini just told a lot of people secrets, and I don't know why when I look at this card, I get the projects. I get like floors. I get like, why I visualize. Somebody's using proximity of a building. They're using the height of a building. I don't know if it's because they're looking at the towers or they're using it to see something. They're in these top floors. This is 9 floors. I don't know what building has 9 floors or 9 pars, because I know in masonry, they do measures in certain ways. So someone, or is this the window? Is this the blinds? Is this a Venetian blinds? Venetian blinds. Okay. Venetian blinds. Someone's peeping through the blinds. Don't pay attention to the figure in the windows. Someone's spying. Someone nosy as shit. Someone's nosy as shit. And I don't know why this accent just came out. Someone's nosy as shit. And I don't get these accents set round this time. Yes, it's some bullshit's happening. This some bullshits. I don't know. I was talking regular up until now. This some bullshits. And I just did Gemini, so let's get on with it. What's next? What's next? I don't know. Leo. All right. Leo, step to the forefront. It's Leo. We got that 6 of Wands in his celebration. He's on this horse. I told you this the year of the stallion. Then this darn 7 of Wands come back out and I did my shuffling. And it's the 3 of Pentacles. So we still fighting, Leo. We still fighting. There's still a standoff, but there will be a celebration. You need to take guidance. Guidance needs to be had. There's the end of that. So it's going to come faster for you, the end of this cycle. Whatever's going on, the King of Cups trying to cash out. And it's time for you to master yourself and your money because you don't want to be caught up in this problem no more. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. I done pulled 6. Page of Wands. Look, this stuff, look. All right, and the 3 came out. Almost all the same cards came out, except this King of Cups came out, and then this 9 of Swords came out. Somebody's nosy as shit, Leo. All right, so Gemini and Leo, y'all connected in some kind of way. Somebody's stalking y'all, or somebody being stalked, or Leo stalking on Gemini, or Gemini stalking on Leo. Either way, we got nosy son bitch in this room. And it need to come to an end so somebody can go and cash out and go to go do their thing. I don't know if somebody gonna be messing with somebody's taxes or finances, but somebody knows it as shit because this came out again. I'm gonna show you all the cards, darling. I don't know where this accent came from because I was talking fine just now. I honestly was. This was not done on purpose. Lord have mercy. The last time this happened, I was going through something at the airport. And I think it was my grandmother, my aunt and them. And they was upset because they said it was a bunch of incest going on in the family. And they wanted me to call it out. They want me to call out some unhealthy information that was happening to the children in the pedophiles. And I think it has something to do with this damn nosiness. It's like child trafficking inside of a family and pedophiles inside of a family and incest inside of a family, and this family is somehow it's money involved. I don't know how these nasty buggers are getting money out of being so damn nasty, but it's something like that. I don't know, honey. This is the same cards I just drew for Gemini. I don't know, honey. And that's Leo. 6 of Wands. Mouth just a watering. salivating all the time like I just had something tasty. I ain't had a lick of water yet. I ain't been outside this room. Shoot, can't get the card up. All right, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Somebody's between the ages of 35 and 40, maybe 50, all right? Maybe 35 to 50, all right? Somebody's nosy as shit. And this looks like guidance, and this is the 3 of Pentacles. So somebody wants to know about this money here. Or they're looking forward to it. This is what's on their mind. It's up here, honey. Because this all what they worship, all right? It's on a pedestal. So it's these people doing these things at the expense of all these other people. And these people are at people's expenses. And child trafficking don't look the same for everybody. Sometimes it's just information because they've been doing these CPNs and these social security numbers. So keep in mind, child trafficking don't have to be necessarily upright front sexual. Sometimes it have to do with financial. It's white collar crime, to do that. And you essentially put these kids in bad situations in which they end up getting essayed and all these other things because of poverty and the fact that these people have bad credit because other people don't use their stuff up. All right? I'm trying to paint the picture for you. I don't know where this accent came from, but it's a lot, and when I get this accent, I just be telling a lot of stuff, so I don't know, honey. Death, that's the end of something, so it's going to come to an end. It's the King of Cups, so there's an authority figure that's actually tying all this shit up right now. I think maybe he may be the PI and maybe the detectives or something like that, but he gonna put in all this shit. And this is mastering the money, finding out, and making sure we got all the lists. This is gonna be way bigger than the Epstein files. But once this blow up, ain't nobody think about Epstein. We gonna buy Epstein family and put them where they got to go, put them in the book or wherever and what have you. But this gonna blow it out the water when we find out how many people been stealing all our monies. All right. Here we go. And that's trafficking. That's human trafficking. All this taking people's birthdays and emails and this. Nowadays, they only need, and most of this stuff is public record. These people are ransacking the coffers of the poor, and they ending up in poverty too. You still end up in jail working for 60 cents and 30 cents. So what did you really do? You only redistributed the money to the rich. Now you've given the rich a reason to take your money, which essentially ain't your money because it's ours, and you think they're going to give it back unless you go and find out that they stole it. Now, the little people got to find out who you done stole the damn money from because they done stole it from us. You're some raggedy ass people. Page of Wands, this new scamming shit and this new scamming stuff that they done found out. Look out over the horizon because they come to get your ass. And maybe they gonna leave the bars this way, but damn sure they gonna do something because we tired of looking through the window seeing you steal the Amazon damn packages. And like I said, somebody nosy, and they're nosy for the wrong reasons. Then changed my features and everything to get this message out. Shit. That was Leo. Made me angry a little bit. Jeez. Now I'm doing my best to get up out this accent because I don't know where it came from. Dang. Y'all some thieves. I just want you to know, y'all some thieves. I'm going to do one more sign. I'm going to get out of here because it's Friday. And I done did Gemini. And if you got Gemini in your chart, which most people do, they just don't know where she is. She's somewhere in there. Even if it's just a small little bit, a little smidgen. That might be a reasonable side in you. And you probably claim it for your confusion side. And it's not, baby. It's the fact that you need to be looking at the fact that you might be doing somebody dirty and you don't have a conscience, honey. and you keep pushing your Gemini to the side. But honey, your Gemini gonna save you at the end of the day. And I just did Leo, right? So who are we doing now? I done did an air, and I done did a sun sign, fire sign. So who else is next? You want me to do one of them old raggedy earth signs? I ain't doing no ghetto Taurus, because Taurus done pissed me off for some reason. I don't know, honey. I don't even know where this accent came from. The veil is thick. I don't know why I said that. I meant to say thin. Somebody thick. Somebody think the veil is thick. They think they hiding. Somebody see you, honey, and they come and get you. The fool just came out, honey. Didn't I say that? And that's when I was talking about that old ghetto Taurus. But we in Capricorn, so we gonna see what Capricorn talking about with them old controlling selves. All right, Capricorn is out, and Capricorn is trying new things. It's a new time. It's a new space for Capricorn. Capricorn gonna try something new this year. This is a pre-recorded message for a reason. Capricorn gonna find something new this year. Let's go. All right, now we got the Nine of Pentacles. And don't she look pretty in this here dress with all these flowers? So she's very fertile, honey. Be careful, Capricorn, because you're going to get somebody pregnant. You might get somebody pregnant, or you might be able to get pregnant. Take this only as it resonates. Or you might be pregnant with a new idea, or somebody got something up their sleeve for you, honey. Be careful. Be careful, because all your exes don't live in Texas, and they know how to get to you, baby, because you done gave them your address. You probably done cash out them a couple of monies, so they going to try to come in and manipulate you, because they done did it before. And they try to say, if you're still dumb, honey, don't be desperate. So you try on a new fool, all right? They might look, make sure you're not entertaining the same spirit in different bodies, all right? So if you know that these people finagle you, look for the same language, look for the same lingo, so that you don't end up bitter, all right, honey? And then you don't end up angry, and then you don't end up in jail because you done went and got your revenge, because revenge is the Lord's, all right? Sometimes we take it for ourselves, but hey, I digress. But yeah, honey, kept going into the scene. Take a new thing, take a new scene, take a new route. Because, honey, this baby looks so fertile. So even if she ain't coming to get your money, you gonna get some money, all right? And be careful, wrap it up, because some people are coming and they pregnant with the idea of giving you something, and it ain't something that you can give back, all right? So just make sure you wrapping it up. Because it might not be a STD, might not be a STI, might be a baby, honey, might be a baby. So you just be careful of the giving and the getting, all right? Catch, fetch. Catch it carefully. Going to the doctors, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with going to the doctors before and after every relationship. It's nothing wrong with that, all right? They need to actually charge us a lot less for actually taking. We need good incentives. We need health incentives for going to the doctors. I think the more, I think we should get health incentives for making sure going to the doctors at least twice a year to make sure we're STD and AIDS free. I think that that should be a test that should be one of the cheapest panel tests, because it keeps humanity here and healthy. I think we should get some health incentives for STD screening and staying healthy, all right? Because it's so expensive. I think we need some kickback on that. Health is not as valued as wealth. Let me say that again. Health is not as valued as wealth, although everybody wants the wealth. Not realizing if you ain't healthy, how in the hell you plan on enjoying the wealth? You know what? Y'all ain't that dumb. And then it's the 10. It's a burden, all right? So be careful taking on other people's burdens. And like I said, if this person got you to take on their burden before, they surely think you dumb enough to take on their burden again. Send their asses packing, all right? Turn them right round. Turn their high parts right round and send them back on where they came from, because you ain't done that no more. You already did it before. Why you want to be dumb twice? You won't be dumb twice. All right, Capricorn, do you want me to pull more cards, honey? Let me do it anyway. Queen of Pentacles, all right. You pay attention to those sneaky bitch here, all right? Because I'm trying to tell you, everything that look good ain't always good. Like I said, the little scamming girl I seen last night, I was watching it. Like, oh, she looked good. She had the little abdominal. I don't know how to say it, honey. She had the abdominal stuff done. And she had the ponytail. She had that bust down. She had that straight bust down. Looked like it's some Malaysian or Italian hair. She had some good shit. Looked like it almost came from all the same head, too. That hair was looking good. And she had the wide-legged pants and the YSLs and all them pointed toe shoes. And she had I think she had at least the Phantom. And she had a good old-looking little boyfriend with old soup cola lips. You know what she hired him for. And, I don't know if he knew she was scamming or not, but I'm sure he didn't see her go to work. She was on that computer. Ain't that much money coming off the computer without you actually moving around. You got to see some stuff. I don't know, honey. If he knew she was scamming, and I don't know, but she sure looked good. She looked like a model. And that's the damn signs. You know, they say it all the time in the memes. When I get rich, there will be signs. Well, honey, she looked like a whole confirmation. Somebody just got pulled over. But anyhow, that girl was looking so damn good. I can understand why you men be saying, oh, I want my chick to have it. But you know, y'all going to jail. Somebody gonna do fed time. Somebody gonna. So I guess you say you gonna spend it for the time being. And when she get locked up, you gonna find you another scammer chick. I don't know, honey, but it's called Rico. So the same way it happened when a girl meet a guy that drug deal and a girl meet a guy that scam. If you part of spending that money and accumulating that money, you go to jail too. I don't know if you noticed that. So I know it looked good to have your girl come home and trick on you and all this stuff. But I'm just saying, if a woman don't care about her money to that extent, she most definitely ain't getting it in an honest way if she just throwing it away on you. Because the women I know that work hard for their money, they ain't just throwing it away, and they dang sure ain't throwing their life away. I told you about this BBL chick. You gotta have a different kind of mind to go in there and damn near die just for an extra couple curves and lumps and the bumps. I'm just saying, everybody ain't the same. There are some, but no, most times when you get them surgeries, you gonna monetize it in some way. But I digress, honey. I still got this dang accent. I can't shake it. I'm waiting. So like I said, don't trust this little bitch here. Because you don't know how she's shining and why. Alright. And then it's 10. It's a 10 wish fulfillment. Alright. Capricorn. So you might get your wish fulfillment. Just make sure it ain't no smoke and mirrors. Be careful. Wear a condom. Get your daggone checklist. I suggest you just wait like 30 days, something like that. Oh, shucks, the hair phone done came out. They threw a monkey wrench in it. All right, make sure y'all believe in the Lord or y'all have the same beliefs. Y'all ain't got to live in the church, honey. But make sure you guys believe in the same thing. Y'all would notice y'all have the same principles. Y'all know if y'all want children or not. You know what she got going on. She know what you got going on. You know, as much as necessary. Make sure that y'all know about the law. Make sure you know about that background check. Oh, yeah. Do a background check. It ain't nothing wrong with doing a background check. You know, you don't want to find out that you is laying in bed with a murderer or a person who done skipped 50 states because they done stole out of 40 of them. Yeah, so make sure you do background check. Not none of them word of mouth checks, you know, my homeboy at the barber shop, because they probably want to fuck her too, so they ain't gonna give you the right information. They probably helped they in on a scam, and probably sent them your way because they know you keeps the good credit. So don't go get no advice from no barbershop dudes, all right, or no hair salon. If this is a female, don't take it from word of mouth, because a lot of times you don't know. You're taking advice from a jealous female who never want to see you do anything anyway. Can't stand to see your ass with a happy meal. Don't even want to see you with a bum. Don't even want to. If she see you with a bum, she'll take that bum. Don't want that bum, all right? She see you with anything. I'm telling you, that girl see you with a lollipop. She gone in the trash to suck on it afterwards to see if she can get the same sucked. I'm trying to tell you. Ooh. There's somebody who's a favorite dick sucker, honey. You're only his favorite till he finds something new. And God forbid he finds one of them damn dolls. You out of the park, okay? Anyway, yeah. Run them background checks. Know if you are laying down with a criminal or potential criminal, at least something. Oh, get the mental health checks, because you don't know if that person could be on some psychotropic drugs, the barbiturates and all them things. Make sure you know. Me, myself, they tried to put me on something one time. My doctor, I made a mistake at telling him something, and really it wasn't my energy, but whatever it happened, just be mindful of these medicines that the doctors are prescribing, because they have side effects and you don't know what you're dealing with. Be mindful. When you got a partner, make sure you know about all their medicine, all their med history, mental health mystery. You want to know if they've been to jail. You want to know if they are capable of hurting you or a child. We need to know, because some of these people are reptilians that eat their own damn young. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Damn snakes they are. Damn snakes. So yeah, make sure if you want this wish fulfillment that you ask the hard questions right away. Let's go on and get tested at the clinic. Let's go to the doctors together. Can we go and get some psychology together? That type of thing. You want to know as soon as possible, because you want to know. And another thing, when you're doing the genome testing, go find out if they got a history of developmental disabilities in their family, because that could be something. Find out if they got bipolarisms or, any of those things, personality disorders running the family. Meet some folk. Don't just take the word for it. If they don't invite you to the family events and they always going, let their ass go and lock the door behind them, because they hiding some shit. I'm trying to tell you. They don't want you to know that they the crazy, either they the crazy one in the family, or they got a crazy gene and you have a baby by them, the baby gonna come out bat shit crazy. I ain't trying to scare you. I'm telling you the truth. Bat shit crazy. So be mindful. Make sure you get all them genome tests, all right? Blood tests. Definitely. Panels, all that. And I do think we need to get incentives making sure at least that we ain't got no STDs and things of that nature twice a year, because this would make the world a lot safer and make it mandatory, so none of them ninjas out there can keep skipping out talking about my girl been to the clinic so I know I'm good. No, you need to take yourself in there as an individual and be responsible for your own hind parts. Sick of it. It's not a disclaimer. Dang it. All right, I need air, I need fire, I need earth. Let's get on some more ghetto water signs. Some more ghetto water signs. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why. I ain't for the faint of heart this morning. It's like my little nasty side done came out. I'm fussing. I ain't picked none of them yet. I'm trying to let go of this accent because I don't want it no more. I want to talk regular. I was gonna do Scorpio, but that old raggedy old Cancer keep pulling on me. What? What? This how it make me feel. What you want? Keep talking about a bunch of stuff don't nobody want to hear. Ain't don't nobody want to hear it. That's why you talk about it. Because you're hoping people just give up. You ever talk to a person that's just exasperating to talk to? Because they plan on talking about nothing and they plan on talking about it seriously. What you want, Cancer? All you want is attention. Attention and pain. I remember one of them reasons I let you know, Cancer is like, Cancer got to see you hurt in order to think that you love them. And I don't think that's right. That's right toxic. It's right toxic. Look at this. It start off like this. 5. It's woe. Somebody done started off in woe. Alright, it's defeat. Somebody defeated. Somebody walked away, but the sword ain't down. So the battle ain't done. The business ain't finished. And it's some blind souls here. It's a lot of souls so far. So it's cold-hearted. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. In the heart of the city. Ooh, want some old Jay-Z stuff. This is cold and calculated. And I feel it right here. I can feel it right here. So there's a standoff after the battle. The things ain't business. Ain't nobody cut off. Ain't nobody finished. This ain't finished. This is not finished business. Alright, so you see the 5 swords here. You see this here fella. And you see some people walking away in defeat. But you see them standing here still erect with this old sword. It ain't done. It ain't done. You're waiting for them to double on back. And this person is blinded, right? And he's got swords up. So it's got to be a quick, precise decision. You got to know which way to strike. Alright, so somebody's left in the dark with this on. So it's a stagnation. So it's a standoff. So you see these wands here. Like it's like defense. And there's the weapon. Alright, so we're ready to strike at the strike. We're ready to strike at the whites of their eyes. I don't know why I said the whites of their eyes. I think this accent ready to shake loose. I want it to so bad. 5, 2, 7. This is 14. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 makes 5. So what we talking about? We get back to 5. All right. So now we got a 3, which makes that an 8. I told you this money. It's this money, y'all. Everybody plotting on this here. I mean, money seems to be on the mind, but like I tell you, didn't I tell you, all these scammers here. It look like my accent done changed. All these scammers here. My accent done changed. New Orleans. Who that nation? Somebody playing in that voodoo. Uh-huh. Somebody playing that voodoo that they're using numerology. It's numerology. It's numerology. I like this. I like this a little strong. A little strong, this one. Ooh. So I went from a country girl. Now New Orleans. So it's deep in swamp. Swamp. Swamp is deep. That water. Chops. Gators. Bite. Gator bites. Somebody's got a lot of teeth in it. It's toothy. Ain't no heart in this. Somebody gonna get bit. Gators. Jewel of the Nile. Where did they go in Jewel in the Nile? Where did they go, Mike Douglas and them? This is New Orleans. I ain't never been to New Orleans. I don't know. New Orleans. Somebody like to play in them magics. Somebody like to play. Somebody's like a practitioner. They know about the practitioner. They like to do little things. They like to apply potions. They like to do things. Somebody in this little signal done showed up. Somebody like to do things. Somebody like to play. They like to play and they don't play fair. They play dirty. They play really dirty. They play in the dark too. So somebody causing chaos with the magic. Somebody doing it. And they're using the pinnacles to secure more pinnacles. And the message, oh, justice coming down, honey. Here we go, down in the deep, way down in the deep in the justice. All right, justice. So came out. So at the end of the day got the end. And I'm telling you, they're closing in on you, honey. Yes, indeed. I don't know if you ever watch Princess and the Frog. Princess and Frog, yeah. Talk about Mama D and all that stuff. And a voodoo woman. The voodoo woman. Let me tell you something. Somebody went deep down in a swamp. Somebody went deep down in it. They went deep down in their bag of tricks and their bag of things. I mean, they went into some dark alleys. They shook some dirty hands. They made some bad contracts. Somebody gone down. And there's levels to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they got into some high pockets, some high folks' pockets. They got into some high folks' sights. Ooh. This gonna reach deep. This ain't no small penny and operation. It's some big stuff. There's some deep pockets. And somebody gone right in them. Liquid, solid, puree. Maybe even special chop. But I'm just telling you, you in some deep sugar here, baby. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. I'm trying to shake this tongue here. When I first experienced my awakening, I was alerted to the fact that I would be able to talk to people in a way in which they understood. And I thought that meant that I was going to talk different languages and dialects. And while part of it is true, I'm able to understand some other languages a little better than I would have before. Because I don't speak them languages, but I'm able to understand in which way and I understood. In a universal way. So it's not that I have to learn their language, but I'm able to, I have a language that's universal where I can meet you somewhere where you can understand exactly what I'm saying and that I can understand exactly what you're saying. And if I should tilt into it, I can decipher what you're saying so that I can bring it back and regurgitate it in a way in which it can be understood. I hope this makes you understand how I'm able to talk. And there, it just, it's like when I started explaining, it just cleared up. Okay. So yeah, that was the reading. We're in Gemini. And that was 4 signs. You have no idea what that was like just now. Well, that was it. Good morning. Now I'm hungry. I'm going to go get me something to eat. That was the message. Whew. Boy, that was tiring.